This year I made hundreds of dollars breeding cherry shrimp for profit, and then I made a mistake that forced me to basically start all over. In this video we're going to talk about breeding shrimp and the mistakes I made breeding them for profit so you guys don't make the same ones. And then we've got to get a new shrimp tank going and start it all over. What's up guys, JJ here, certified aquaculture dealer and breeder, and today we're talking shrimp, specifically neocaridina shrimp or cherry shrimp. So almost a year ago I decided I was going to start breeding cherry shrimp because they were hard to find in my area. Stores weren't really keeping a lot of them. So I figured, you know what? I'll just be the guy. I'll breed some, I'll take some to the club, I'll give some to my friends. Aquarium club, not nightclub, if any. Anyways. I just wanted to be the shrimp guy, and for the most part we're pretty successful. We bred hundreds of cherry shrimp. I sold them in the aquarium club to friends, and I ended up selling a bunch online, so we did okay. And everything was going pretty well until it wasn't. I made two mistakes, and I should have known better, but I did them anyway, and here's what they are. Mistake number one, not culling my shrimp. And for anybody who doesn't know, culling is the process of selecting ones you want to keep versus ones you don't want to keep. And it's a necessary process if you want to keep grading, if you want to keep breeding high grade, good color cherry shrimp. Because they don't all come out exactly the same. I started with some red cherries in the beginning, and they produced some blue, some brown, some black, a couple of like yellows and oranges, and some like clear, more wild type looking ones. And instead of culling the ones that weren't red, I kept them all in there and just let them go and go and go. So I had a whole lot of shrimp in this tank, but I was starting to get a smaller yield of the really good red ones. Mistake number two, I sold too many shrimp at once. And selling a lot of shrimp might sound like a good thing, but I just dipped too far into my breeding stock. I kept giving people all these, all of my good reds over and over until what I had left was basically the cull. And I still had some good red ones, but I was like, oh no, I can't sell anymore. I'm going to be completely out. And then we're really going to have to start over. Which brings us to where we are today. I kind of shut down the tanks. Like I left them up and running, and they've still been producing, but I haven't really touched them. I haven't cleaned them. Haven't scooped any shrimp out. So today we're going to start over. So a shrimp tank setup can be super simple. I've done it on the channel before, like in totes with no filter. I've seen people do it in garbage cans. And we're just going to have some gravel, a sponge filter, and what you'll see in most tanks is a little bit of organic material that can break down and they can feed off of it or do whatever they need to do with it. So in most tanks you'll see like some sort of leaf litter or some little piece of driftwood. I guess we'll do both for this one, since I have it sitting around. You could boil it first if you want it to sink to the bottom right away. And this piece of driftwood here should be waterlogged, I think. Nope, I've let it dry out too long. So what we'll do with this one is I'll just stick like a rock inside of it. And that should be enough to hold it down. I'm going to add a little Java moss too, because why not? And now all I have to do is net some shrimp. And like I said, I haven't touched this tank in weeks, so there is a little bit of algae. I'm just going to get some of our really good red shrimp and start a new colony. And I used to think it was dumb to buy an extra shrimp net when I had a regular size net because it'd be easier to catch them, but absolutely not. It's if you want to catch one individual shrimp, way easier with the itty bitty shrimp net. They're both pretty good. And another trick to when it's time to catch these guys is I just put a pellet down, and they never swim too far away from it, even when they know I'm netting them. Well, there we go, a couple dozen to start. I'm gonna get as much duckweed as I can out of there though. And there they go. I like them on that white substrate, so now they actually pop and I can see them. And as we move on, I'll probably have another tank to separate my mids from my Bloody Marys. I'm still learning every day, but that's part of the hobby. So if you're thinking about shrimp keeping, it's actually been a lot of fun and relatively easy. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. And if you ever need plants for your aquarium, you can get them at jjgills.com, link in description. Alright, take care guys.